Okay. And honestly, you guys, once we get to a certain place, like feel free to stop me. If anybody has found something that works for them, let us know, because this is going to be kind of a click and learn. So I'm going to share my screen. Just one moment. Let me know. Let me know when you guys can see this.
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So again, for anybody who's listening and not on live, or for you guys that are on live, right now our back office is supported, the software is supported by Google Chrome. So if you do not have that on your computer, you're going to want to upload that on your computer. Or if you're using your phone, you're going to have to download the app Chrome. And it's really simple and it's free. But that is what is supported right now. Safari and Internet Explorer, all of those others do not have support as of right now. So to get to this page, to the login, there's two different ways to get there. You can go to backoffice.plexusworldwide.com, or you can go to myaccount.plexusworldwide.com, and they will both take you to this screen. Hold on one second. I'm going to... Okay, perfect. You guys still see the screen okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so once you get here, if this is your very first time logging in, you are going to enter your existing user ID. I might mute you guys. Hold on a second. There's some feedback. Feel free to unmute yourself if you guys have a question. I'm going to mute you guys. Okay, everybody hear me? Thumbs up? Okay, perfect. So to get to this screen, if this is your first time, you're going to enter in your user ID and password from your existing back office, and then that's going to prompt an email to your account. After your first time logging in, from here on out, you're going to be using your email address, and that's going to be your user. I always say Nikki Pink sounds like a porn name, so I'm going to go ahead and just enter that in. And then you're going to use your password that you create. And I think that you can create the same password that you had, but I just changed mine just to be sure. Okay, when you sign in, you are going to see your name in big letters, and this is going to be just your profile page. So you're going to see your profile information, your address book. If you click on this, now this is something that if anybody has knows how to get around this. I'm still working on this, but you know how if you were to order like a 7-day trial pack for someone at wholesale pricing, and we used to be able to put their name and their address in, you can add an address, but it automatically goes to your name. We haven't figured out how to edit the name of who it's going to be sent to in case you're trying to ship it to somebody else. I know Kelly Mendel was trying that, and it would take the address she was putting in, but it would go back to, it would default to her name. So that's going to be a question that I have written down here. And any other questions that you guys have written down, we'll get to the bottom of it and we'll figure it out, but that's just kind of an FYI. So the address book on this page is where you're going to go enter in your shipping addresses. Payment, self-explanatory, where you're going to enter in your credit card information. You'll also have information here on your Hyper wallet. If you have, money withheld, you can click to access your wallet. My orders, again, self-explanatory. This is, and these are updated now. I haven't looked as far back how far down they've been updating, but they're updated at least through, I think through the summertime of what it is. So I know it's a little bit slow right now, but you're going to have your tracking number here, your order number. You have the ability to print. There's a home button next to each order number, so you have the ability to print a receipt, which is nice. And then subscription. The word subscription has now, it used to be called convenience order, so now it's called subscription. And we want people to familiarize themselves with the word subscribe. They want to subscribe to Plexus. They want to be, have that savings. They want to subscribe because they know that they're going to get their subscription every single month. And I think that that's kind of a brilliant way. But for some people, you might want to still talk about it as their convenience order. And then this is my site. So if I clicked on this, it would show me what my website is. Now, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that your website, you don't have to change your business cards. Your website is still shopmyplexus.com / either your name or whatever it is that you chose. This is another way people can get there. mysite.plexusworldwide.com / your name or whatever it is that you chose. Both of those avenues are going to get people to your website. But now, even for customers right now, you want to encourage, if anybody's interested, I always say you never want to send somebody to your website until they know what they're going to want to order. And the reason being is because sometimes it can be overwhelming. If they click on your website and have no idea what they're looking for, this way you'll be able to let them know, hey, if you're going to visit my website, make sure you go through Google Chrome. That way you can cause any frustration, like ease any issues. So that's just a little bit on the profile page. I'm going to go ahead and move this box really quickly so you guys can see. Okay. If you go back up, you're going to find your initials at the very top of the page. And this is going to be the same type of thing. So you have the bars across the bottom right here. The initials are going to be the same type of thing. You just hover over that. My account, order history, subscription, sign out. The question, this can link you right to their phone number, how we can help, contact us. We'll link you right to the specific email. This is also going to be the area where you can shop. Sunny and Share. If anybody has not clicked on this before, this is such an amazing site full of helpful articles and recipes and different things of that sort. I won't take your time on Sunny and Share, but I encourage you to click on it and check it out. These 3 bars right up here, this is just another way to shop as well. And the nice thing is, I don't know if you guys have really dove into this, but they have the products separated into different tiers: weight management, nutrition. I can't remember the name of the other one. I think it might be miscellaneous. But weight management, they want somebody, this is a much easier navigating system for somebody based on their health goals of what they're looking for. So I just wanted to show you kind of what this looks like. Sorry, it's still trying to load. Hold on one second. And I like up here, they have it really, it was really hard to find trial packs on the previous website. So they have the trial packs right here. They have the combos. Personal care, that's another one. That's going to be where you find, I believe, some of our discomfort line in. So hold on, it's just a little bit slower. So let's scroll through. Let's pretend that I am, and this is kind of what it looks like from the customer experience, but let's pretend I'm a new ambassador and I'm like, oh, I want to try something. I want to try block. I've never tried block before. Well, it's going to show you the cost of block, but it's also going to show you the retail and the subscription cost of block. So you're, as an ambassador, as a wholesale ambassador, sometimes we forget the blessing it is of how much money we're actually saving on each product. So you'll see the difference in pricing. You'll also see that if it has the description, it has customer reviews, which I think is fabulous. It tells how many capsules are in there. And if you scroll down, sorry, it's just taking, oh, there we go. Hold on. I'm going to scroll up for a minute. It talks, and this is for every product. It talks about the benefits, the features, the usage. I mean, this is pretty amazing. I love this. Did not have this really spelled out on the other. It also has, for each product, you're going to find these little icons, whether it's gluten-free, vegetarian, non-GMO, and then you're also going to find the featured ingredients on the label. So anybody that's looking here, not only are they mentioning the ingredients, but they're mentioning what the ingredients do. Then if you scroll down, customer reviews, and then it flows down in easy flow into the next products. So that's just a little bit on the shopping. And you guys, I would encourage you again to go in and just, for your own personal learning, when you're sharing about these products, it's kind of taking the information out there, like when we're saying, okay, go study a product and figure out what the top 2 or top 3 ingredients are. Well, right here on the website, it tells you. So that's going to be a really good way for you to learn and for you to study. Let's see what else is here. Okay. So on the old website, when you pulled it up, all of a sudden your dashboard was up there first. Well, that's what's going to be now the virtual office. So you can get to your virtual office from those little bars right here and click on virtual office, or you can get to the virtual office in the upper right-hand corner next to the shopping cart. So let's click on the virtual office. Now this is an area that I am still learning because there is so much information and I'm sure all of us are still learning. So if anybody has any tips or, kind of ahas like that might not be seen, like hidden little gems, let me know. Feel free to unmute yourself and pop on.
I figured one out today.
Yeah.
My next auto ship is getting ready to run on the 15th, and I needed to add a product to my order, my already set up subscription. And I figured out how to do that. Have you figured that out, Nicole?
To add a product to it, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I have figured out where to go to change the date, but it wasn't working for me, and that was a couple of days ago. But no, that's awesome. When we get there, Ruth, if you want to tell me how to click through it.
Will do.
Yeah. So this one takes just a little bit. You're always going to find your name at the top, what rank you are. And this shows that they're working around the clock, you guys. I mean, this is updated all of the time. So they just keep shutting it down for maintenance and adding. And I really like that. I mean, for those of us that were around 2 years ago when the previous back office came out, we were flying blind. There was literally no communication. It was like, here it is, good luck, and it was a great system, but we had no idea. We just had to learn it ourselves. And this is just a really good, they actually hear our voice. So on this is your mecca to work your business. They call it the corner office with a view. So your virtual office. So on the front page that you're going to see, it's going to show you if you have a subscription on, if you have it off, the order date, what your current PV is for the month, your current rank, how many ambassadors that your team has added this month. But everything on here is really clickable. Let me see, for instance. So current PV. If you click on the words current PV, that's going to take you to a completely different screen. And it's going to be, and this is just something that's going to take a little bit of time to navigate. But this really even goes into, what does PV mean? So right here, this question up here, somebody can click on that, and it's not giving me that hourglass right now because I think it's still loading. But I can click on that if I'm a new ambassador, and it goes into what PV means, and then even an area to view our compensation plan for more information. So there's just a lot of drop downs that are just really helpful for a lot of people, including, it still interests me, the compensation plan. I could watch the video over and over because I feel like you learn something new every time you watch it. This goes into, and again, this is just one more area. So I am still figuring out, I think the most challenging thing for me, and I don't know if you guys might feel the same, I miss the reports in the previous system. It was very easy to pull. It was very easy to see. We didn't even really have to pull the report. It was just kind of up there. For the reports here, that's what I'm still working on. I know that it was said that tracking orders or seeing order history for customers is not yet available, but they are working on that, and it's going to be available soon. But what I do like about this new back office is not only it tells you how many customers you have, but it tells you how many have a subscription on and how many have a subscription off. So it lists that, and it separates them out from preferred to retail. And just as a little FYI, because I was like, why is this not working for me? In order to download a genealogy report, if you see that right here where my arrow is, you actually have to select a month, and then it will become red, and then you can download it. So if you don't have a month pulled, you're not going to be able to download it.
You can also go to, when you go back to your main screen, if you click on, I think it's points and rank,
okay,
it also pulls your whole downline there too, and there you can also do pull a genealogy report.
Awesome. Right here, Adrian, where my mouse is.
Yeah, and it doesn't tell you that, but you can do that.
I just pulled it up. So, and this is nice, kind of the same thing. Thank you so much. Kind of the same thing right here. It'll say, what your next rank up will be, what do points and rank up mean. So this is just a very interactive. I just have to really figure out the sort and report. That's going to be where it's just a little bit harder for me. But it does tell you, this is nice because it tells you fast start, who's eligible for fast start eligible, commission qualified, you know, it really breaks it down in numbers. And I will tell you, when you do pull, even when you're down here, before you actually download a report, every name on here is clickable. Like if I click on Anne, it'll say that I'm her sponsor, her email address, her address, and her ID number. And then, you know, and then all of these rows, they're gonna, so like if you click on join date, it's gonna populate and calculate either the furthest away that, you know, that joined, 1900. I don't know what is going on with that one, so ignore that. But 2014. So Anne was my first ambassador. So I'm not sure what's going on with that person. But these are all, you can sort them just by clicking, and then you can sort it by levels as well. So
and
this is, oh yeah, go ahead.
The other thing that is still missing too currently, but I think that it's another thing they're working on is, well, one, you said about their orders and, you know, all of that. Another thing that's missing too is ambassador. We can't find those yet. And then also like their website. So
Gotcha.
you can't, so if someone's asking you, oh, hey, you know, what's my website? I don't know. Can you send me my website? Well, you don't know it. So that's the only thing that's missing too right now.
Okay. And what did you say was the first thing? I'm sorry.
How you had mentioned about the not being able to view like ambassador orders.
Okay.
That, you know, you already mentioned that. And then it was the website and ambassador ID numbers. Well, actually, I think if you pull the report, you can view them there.
Let me see. I think maybe it might list it down in this drop down. Let's see. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruth and I were troubleshooting a little bit earlier today, and I know yesterday I had 2 ambassadors ask what their website was, and so I was like, I hope it's my first and last name. So I'm like typing shop my Plexus and then their first and last name. I'm like, okay, it pulls up. Perfect.
Yeah, I've done that.
And you guys also have an opportunity to, I don't think our pictures were transported over, so you want to go to your profile and upload your headshot or your picture to your new website.
But it's currently not sticking. I've tried it and the picture doesn't stick. So
Okay.
unless it's yes.
I'm going to write that down too. Okay. Okay, let's go back up here. I'm gonna mute you guys one more time, and feel free to take yourself off. I can just hear a little bit of feedback, and it might actually be from mine as well. Okay. So let's go back to my business. Or I'm sorry, my dashboard. Okay. So this is another, and all of these things on the main dashboard page, it's showing them broken down into different areas on this left-hand side. So again, my business, this is going to be a big area if you're a business builder where you're going to be visiting. So if you click on new ambassadors, it's all going to take you to the area of which it was before. So this reflects the month of October, the month of November, and again, you can do sort and report and reset all filters. So this just kind of shows you a snapshot. And I like this a lot because I think it before it was hard. I was literally going to the genealogy report and counting with my fingers, or if they had to be in blue, or sometimes I think that if we get frustrated or we don't like change with the new system, think about the previous system where there were so many people that were blue line, but they weren't active, or opposite, where it was just hard. We didn't know how to really trust the system. And I think now it's pretty crystal clear on how to trust it. Again, points, rank up, PV, commission summary. I did want to tell you guys that so there used to be a link on the previous back office to take you to the pay portal to pay Lucian. That does not exist anymore on this website. So if you ever want to check your pay portal or pay Lucian, it's a different website, and it's plexusworldwide.paylucian.com. that I think pretty much looks the same. You just can't activate it from this website. It's going to be a different link. So this is just kind of let me see.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah.
Monica, I think I saw it earlier because I was trying to fill around just real quick before we got on the call.
Sure.
Look at payment method.
Oh, is that in there now?
Credit cards, and I think it also lists your PV, paying up from your PV, and I think there's a place there to click that will redirect you.
Oh, that's awesome, Monica. I'll take a look at that. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this is great. I love jumping on this all together because I think that the very first day I was so nervous and I'm like, I miss the old one, and I'm starting to really fall in love with this the more and more I'm in there. Let's go down to, so this again, points, PV, rank up. This is just something I would just take a look around in and, become familiar. Let me click on PV and what that looks like. I think that's going to be the same screen or very similar than what we were looking at before. Yeah, so this is, again, the same area that we went to before on how we got there on the first page. Okay. So let's go to Training Center. So resource library. Adrienne and I just quickly learned, and this was miscommunication on my part because I thought that the success kits that used to be mailed to us, so these amazing things, that they were available for purchase still in the back office, and that has gone away. You can no longer purchase these success kits anywhere. Which is unfortunate because they're amazing. But the digital success kit is where you can find in the resource library. Now, this is something that I tried to pull up earlier and it kept coming up with an error. So I'll just click on it. I don't know if they're still working on this piece. Let me see what it does.
I was able to look at it the other day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. At like 5 o'clock this afternoon, it wasn't pulling up, but this is great. Okay. So again, this is just an entire snapshot of what the success kit is, and the cover images below to read each book. So this is going to be really important of where you're going to want to direct any new ambassador on your team to go and visit, so that way they can, and does anybody know, are you guys able to click on that and actually like save it to a folder? Can you download it onto your computer? Oh, hold on one second. Let me unmute you. I love you, baby. Okay, sorry, Adrienne, were you talking? Shoot. Hold on.
If you save it, it only saves as the web page. So I don't believe that you can save it as a document.
Okay.
Save as an HTM.
Okay.
So if you want it, it's just as good as you may as well just look at the website.
Gotcha. Thanks, Sarah. Adrienne, you're on mute still. I can't unmute you.
It's okay.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So in the resource library, you're going to have opportunity presentations, product price lists. All of these different different information that is just right here at our hands. This is also where I know that ambassadors that ended up wanting to cancel. So if you guys ever have an ambassador that is wanting to cancel, they have to fill out an ambassador cancellation form, or else they're going to automatically get charged the $34.95 the following year. So you know how attrition is normal. That happens. You just want to kind of be proactive. If they stop ordering, because you don't want to reach out and be like, hey, do you want to quit at all? Nothing like that. I'm just saying if they reach out to you and say, this isn't for me, I want my money back, then it might be proactive to say, would you like, you have the option to keep it open for the next however many months, or you can fill out a cancellation form. So this is just an example of the price sheet, everything here at our fingertips. Let's see what else we have in here. The compensation plan, Plexus Pay Portal, policies, Plexus Way. That's just a little bit on the Training Center. Everybody.
Like I would suggest, since it seems like this list is really condensed from the old back office where we had so much information, I feel like Plexus Power Tools will now become probably more handy than ever to download on your phone and have access to, because I feel like a lot of the information and documents and tools are really going to be housed in Plexus Power Tools.
Yep,
So,
I agree. And if anybody who's listening to this recording doesn't know what Plexus Power Tools is, it's $10 a year. It's plexuspowertools.com. It's an amazing resource. And just like Adrienne said, there's going to be a lot of different things that you can get from Power Tools that you might not be able to get from the back office. So it's a really good investment. Under Training Center, Rank Up Roadmap. This is the online training platform to provide help and assistance for you to get to your next rank. So they just, let me mute you guys. Sorry, there's just a little bit of feedback. Okay. They just came out with Ruby. That's the newest one. So this Rank Up Roadmap is really going to be, if you have already achieved this rank of silver, then you're going to want to visit gold. And if you've already achieved the rank of gold, you're going to want to visit senior gold. So you're always going to be looking ahead. But this information is gold. It's amazing. So you'll see that senior Ruby through Diamond is coming soon. That has not yet been launched, but I know that they have a video that you can click on to watch here, but this is a great area to utilize for Rank Up Roadmap. So this is something that if you want to talk with your friend who got you started, your sponsor, this is a great way to start out. Good info. Success on Demand. This is called Aspire. So this is going to help with your personal development on your journey. Not only, with Plexus, it's all, talks about growth as an individual, growth as an ambassador, but this is going to be, and I'll click on it once it gives me the opportunity to do so. There we go. This is going to take you to an area that has podcasts, articles, online books, clinical studies, all these different things. And they are, I don't know why, there we go. And they are separated out into like sales and marketing, network marketing, all these different type of segments that you can pull from. So this is really to help with personal growth and development, because that's just a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to being a Plexus ambassador and growing along with your business. So, here you guys go, leadership, communications, goal setting, finance. Like if you click on, let's click on leadership just to show you a little bit about what it does. That might be the first tab that's up. But they also have podcasts and different talks. So just for instance, so here's, audios, videos, articles, book reviews. This is amazing, you guys. I mean, this is something that I think they've really been listening to us, where we don't have to search and take time on searching, but these are things that are going to help us be successful, and they're all right here under that tab on Success on Demand. Incentives and recognition. So for recognition, I think this is the same tab. If they have pictures of every ambassador from the level Ruby up on this recognition page, and you can sort them. They're all in alphabetical order, and you can sort them by rank. So if you're looking for, if you want to search a diamond documentary and you want to know what that person looks like, or if you're wanting to see how many diamonds are in the company or whatnot, once you hit the rank of Ruby and up, your picture and your name will be on this recognition page. Consistency Club. So this is, again, something new that they rolled out in the last year. Club 300, 500, and then the newest Club 700. There might be a smaller glitch in this system. I've heard from a few ambassadors that they received an email when they didn't achieve it, and it's still even reflected maybe Club 300 for October, but they did get the email. So we're trying to figure out Consistency Club. It's going to show you how many months, sorry, it's still trying to load. There we go. you're going to have a really good explanation on what this incentive is. It talks about the prizes, frequently asked questions, different shareables. So if you get, if you hit Consistency Club 300, 500, or 700, you can share that with your audience on Facebook. You can share that with your friends and family. Let them know that you've been working hard. But it will, because before there wasn't really we were personally tracking it ourselves. There wasn't really an area that we could track this. And now that there is. So that's great. So it's going to tell you out of the, 11 months, how many times that you've hit it. There we go. And so yes, so that's going to be a great new area as well. And now we're going to go to sharing Plexus. So this is good. So latest and greatest. This is going to be just the catalogs, the product catalogs. And they have, so the latest and greatest tab is the product catalogs, and they have them sorted out. Sorry, it's still trying to load for winter, summer, and it has an opportunity for you to click down and say, which one that you want to send someone, and then you can send it to them. Whoops, sorry guys. You can send it to them by Facebook, by Twitter, by Pinterest, by email. So you click on this and it's going to link right to where it's supposed to go, and being able to send it to the appropriate person. Also in the sharing Plexus, we have the promotions page. And you guys might have already looked through this, so I apologize if this is repeat information, but let's pull this up. And this just replaces the shareables section in our previous back office that was under tools. While this is bringing information up, we also have the products, and the products is going to do what it did last time. It's great. It's going to take every product, and you can do the drop down menu and be able to share that, again, Facebook, email, whatever social media platform that you can. It's going to pull that up. Sorry, this is taking so long.
So I just wanted to chime in real quick. I was trying to get one of the videos to work from the shareables this afternoon, and I was using my phone, and I was in Chrome because that's all I use. And when I got to the shareable I wanted to share, I would click on the little icon for the link or what have you, and it went to open it, but then the page just wouldn't load. So I ultimately ended up not sharing it because it wasn't loading, and I was concerned it wasn't going to share properly. So I don't know if that was just an isolated incident, but FYI, I was having some issues with the shareables, at least from my phone. I haven't tried it from my desktop yet to see if it's still an issue.
Gotcha. And the only time I have shared is from my desktop. I have not yet tried it from my phone. And I don't know, are you guys more prone to use I guess we all work from our phones. Are you finding that you're on your phone more than you are actually on a computer or a PC when you're working? Because I think that I think the site is mobile friendly. I mean, I really do, but it does look. I mean, I tried to download a report, and I'm like, whoa, like it's just really hard to when you're trying to, on the phone. Before it was really small, but you could, at least see the columns across. It's just a little bit harder from phone to do. Yeah, so you can see it.
Sounds good.
Okay, and I'll try to do that for my phone. So I couldn't get the promotions tab to work, but again, you guys, this is the product screen. And this is where you can drop down and search any product. And again, it has it listed in weight management, nutrition. It's going to come up in the same bundle. And I think you have to double click on that to make it stick. It's going to come up in the same bundle that it did as you were on the shopping page. Come on. My computer's a little slow. There we go. So again, you're going to find, this is just for Slim, but you're going to find this is exactly kind of what it looked like before in the shareables tab. They have videos. They have, short intro videos. They have articles, ingredient lists, sheets, different things of that sort. So this is a great tool to utilize when you're sharing it with other people. And then tools. Trying to remember what is in this area. Let's see. This might be trying to remember what's dropped down. I want to say that this is, okay. So this is tools that we have for our personal usage, Lexi, the before and after tool. So that was a huge campaign that we did last year. Frequently asked questions, Facebook events. So these are tools for us that we can use to help work our business. And it's also great. I know that compliance has been rolled out so much stronger than ever. So this is a great area. I actually haven't clicked on this. Has anybody been to this area yet? I'm going to see what's in here. Okay, here we go. So it's compliance, quick tip guides, Plexus disclaimers, different things of that sort. So this is all good to know. And I mean, I know that it's really helpful on our team pages to have a files tab, but this is all kind of their one area where you can go personally. And I don't know about saving. That's one thing that I'll find out, but you have the one stop in your back office to do so. And then Ruth, would you maybe walk me through, I'm going to go back to the dashboard and we're going to talk about the one thing I did want to tell you guys, and I don't know if this was just a glitch. I have an ambassador on our team that I kind of help manage her account, and she had asked me to change her subscription order, her convenience order date. She wanted it moved from like the 25th to the 20th. And I found out how to do that. You could go to the subscription and you could change it, but when I would hit update, it wouldn't update. Like I would go back and then it would be the 25th again. I'm like, shoot. So I called customer service and they said that for anything of that sort right now, and this was again a couple days ago, just to call customer service and if you know that there's a specific date that you want it to be changed, just call them and they'll do it for us, and they're happy to do it for us until they get everything running smoothly.
It should be fixed now because I had an ambassador today do that.
Oh, good.
She had to do it a couple times, but it ended up working. So she was able to update her date. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, there's not a save changes button. So that kind of made me a little nervous. It just says update and then it updates, because it used to be we could update and then hit save changes, and that doesn't really exist anymore. So thanks, Adrienne. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and one other thing too, before Ruth goes into this too, and I was reading this on one of the Diamond pages today, actually, that when you update your subscription, if you delete your subscription and then re-add, your subscription order will like mail out, like it will charge and mail out at that same time.
Yes.
So before we were able to update and then it would go out like the next day or whatever, but now it's like instant. So there's a couple of talks about that too.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I was the girls' page that I was trying to manage. I deleted it and I was like, I'll just add a new one, and then thinking that I could add it and then have it processed on the 20th, and it was like processing. It was going to be processed today. I'm like, no, like that's not what but it didn't give you another option. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully they'll add. Did they mention anything about adding that option back in for us like they had before? Uh-oh, hold on. Shoot, you're muted.
No, they didn't say anything about it being fixed. They didn't
Okay.
the way that it is right now, and just kind of a forewarn that, if you are doing that, then expect your shipments to be charged and sent out same day.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Ruth, is this where you were when you went to edit something?
Yes. So I went to view and edit.
Okay. I don't know why my middle name's on everything. I gotta get that taken off. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So then I did add product to subscription.
Where are you? I'm sorry.
Go down just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That bottom thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Add product to this description.
Okay. I'll click on that just to click on it.
So yeah, it took a second. Okay, so this is subscription number 2407197. So each subscription number, like each subscription is a different number. So if you can scroll down, just pick any product.
Okay. I'll just do. What does that say? Oh, because that's what I already have it on there. Just pick anything.
Yeah. Anything. Yep.
Okay.
Just click on it.
Come on. I might have just added 2. Did it do anything? Oh, just hit add.
Yeah. Yep. Add that. It should take you to the screen.
Okay, I see it up here. It says 2 items added, like right here.
Okay, so go.
Oh, and I think if I would just hit update, maybe update that.
Well, what I had to do was it took me to the page with the product on it, and then like the retail, the preferred, and the ambassador, and then there was an option to add it or like subscribe.
Okay.
When I clicked on the subscribe, there was a drop-down menu with the different subscription numbers. I had to click which subscription number I want to add it to.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't, if anybody has to do that, or if you end up, maybe we can do like separate small tutorial videos for, adding a subscription or updating a subscription. Because I wonder if it's just kind of the same way that we can get to different different pages of the same thing, if it's the same kind of method.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if you have I think it still goes the same way. If you have a person who joins and they do not have a welcome pack, they still have 30 days to do so. And this is where I think if they hit subscribe, that's where they can set up their welcome pack, I believe. That is another question that I don't know, because I know it used to come in their drop-down menu as a welcome pack that they could purchase. So that's something else. Whoops. Does anybody have any questions so far, or anything that you love, or anything that you want to learn more about that we can kind of break it down, not tonight, but into smaller, tutorials or videos? Oops.
It's just going to be a trial and error thing. We've got to keep working at it.
Right. Absolutely. I know that the two customers that have ordered recently, like as a new, they both were super successful, and it was a very seamless process. The one thing I did want to add, and I don't think that this was like it's before, if you have a preferred customer, if you're one of those people like right now, you're taking all their information and you're helping them sign up on their own. If you have a preferred customer, they need to enter in their birthday. And I don't think that it was like that before. I can't really recall. But if you're taking their information down to place an order for them, you're going to want to ask them for their birthday as well, in addition to their credit card, their address, all of that information.
They did on the last one.
Okay, perfect. I don't know how I missed that. I'm like, oh, this is new. Maybe it's not. You're just doing this too long. So this is does everybody feel a little bit more comfortable, not even after tonight, but just in general after a couple days of kind of exploring? And Dana, I know you haven't been in yet, but I think the process is going to be, if you have customers that order every once in a while, or customers that like to go in and not have a convenience order on, having them go through that step of the email. I mean, it is pretty simplistic, but it can be frustrating for some that might not know to go to Google Chrome. They might not know, to sign in with their existing user ID. So I think that the most important piece of the puzzle that we can do for our customers and for our ambassadors on our teams is just to educate them, and just, Adrian ran a little incentive. Adrian, do you want to tell them what you did on your team page? Hold on, you're muted. I think she's muted.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. So on my team page, so yesterday I did I have a part 1, part 2. So part 1 is everyone has to log in. And if they're first time loginers, then they need to log in with their user ID and password and, go and retrieve the email and start fresh. Once they've completed that, then they comment on the post that they've completed it. And then part 2 is basically then the incentive is for everyone to be commission qualified, changing their commission qualified date to November 15th. And then the incentive is cash in a tote. But I also included instructions for everyone to go in and how to change the rate to their subscription, and how to add products to their orders to make sure that they're commission qualified, if their PV is 100 and over, things like that. So I wrote out a whole thing for them to do that. So just kind of breaking it up a little bit, I think, is helpful instead of just throwing it all out there and saying, hey, go do this and hope for the best. So I think that taking those steps to help them navigate through the website, I think is very helpful. So hopefully it is.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. Would you wanna share that on our leaders page?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. That would be great. Anybody else have any questions or anything that you didn't know or that you still might be troubleshooting through? I know that we have a user voice that is very helpful for those people that have used it. I haven't actually voted on anything yet, but what it's doing is, rather than having all these thousands of people individually sending emails and issues, they're going to this one place, the user voice, and if they see it's kind of categorized. If somebody's having a problem with updating their convenience order, they can vote that you could go, and if there's already an issue, then instead of writing your own comments, you're just voting on the same thing so that they know exactly what's taking precedent, what's not working. They're going to go in there and they're going to shut it down and fix it up, because that's what a lot of people are having problems with. So I like that a lot. I think it's a huge shift in the timeliness of, I'm pretty sure we might be all familiar of sending an email and not getting an answer back to, customer service, and they were bombarded. And I think that this is going to be replacing the not getting any communication back and getting it back, and not only getting it back, but knowing that they read and that they're listening. So anything else from anyone?
I've gone to that too. And I think that, like you said, I think they're doing it very, very smartly. So they're not being completely bombarded. I love the vote option. Mm-hmm. And then people can go in there and say, oh, instead of everyone sending emails. My biggest hangups right now is the reports and not having a one-stop shop for reporting. And then not having full access to, customer order, ambassador orders, knowing what that is. So you can help. Because sometimes people will order and say, yeah, this is what I got, but sometimes they don't know the terms of the products yet. So it's so that it's kind of hard to guide when they've ordered, but you want to be able to guide what they ordered, but we don't know what they ordered exactly. Right. And then just their website information, just not knowing that. So those are my hangups right now. Other than that, I love it. I think the website's great. Once it becomes more faster and things are becoming a little bit more clear, and there's not so much breakup, but other than that, I think it's great.
No, I love that feedback. I wanted to let you guys know too, just to keep going in and checking in. I know that with customers right now, I've had 2 new ones. I haven't gotten an email notification that I have new customers, and it does show up in the back office, but it hasn't come through and generated through like it used to. So I'm sure that that's something that they're working on too, but that's one thing that you might want to check, that you want to make sure that you don't miss anybody coming through, whether that's signing up as an ambassador or that's joining it, ordering as a new customer, because we want to make sure to stay on top of our new friends that have decided to take the leap. Really quickly, I know I know we've gone over time. Hold on one second. I'm just going to show you, and you guys have probably already been, but just from a customer experience standpoint, what they're going to see. It's the same. I won't go through the whole webpage, but just if somebody's going to go to your website for the first time, what they're gonna see. So you'll have your name and your initials, your phone number, and your email of how they can get to you. And this is where they can go. It's going to show them whoops, I don't know what just happened. Hold on. Okay, there we go. It's going to show them that they can subscribe as a preferred customer. So they can go to shop if they want to shop, or they can go to subscribe. So like if they click on shop and then they do click on, Plexus Slim, it's going to give them the option. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe because I'm still logged in. Normally, it's gonna give them the option. Normally, I think maybe because I'm logged in and maybe it's pulling my account. I don't know. It's gonna give them the option to deliver one time as a retail or a preferred. So they're gonna have the different price points on here. So sorry, this is probably a bad example because it's still kind of logging in as myself. So, but that's kind of what they're gonna see. It's the website's gonna be, the customer experience is going to be that much smoother for that individual. So as we go through and keep learning of what it is that we're doing, I know we're going to have a couple of things that are still going to be glitches, maybe just for a short time, but I feel like they've come so far. I mean, they just launched, a week ago, barely, like 6 days. So they've come so far, and think about how much you've learned in that short time. So think about where you're going to be 6 days from now. So hopefully this has helped you guys tonight. Does anybody have anything else before we go?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When someone goes to order from us, do they have to be using Chrome as well?
Yes, I believe so. I want to say, yeah, I'm like confidently saying yes. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to try to pull it from my phone just in Safari. I want to see what comes up. I think that they can actually get to the site, but I think when it comes to I think it might pause and not be able to get processed through.
So are people not going to be able to order from their phone?
No, see, so Safari works, but they need to have an updated version of Safari. Like if someone has a phone and they don't update their versions often, just warn them. They need to have the most updated version of Safari. In terms of Internet Explorer, I feel like it's hit or miss. I've been able to get on it on Internet Explorer, but then it might time out or it might cause an error. You know what I mean? So it's very tripped up. So I would definitely not go Internet Explorer away.
Yeah, Ruth, I just pulled my phone right now, Internet Explorer, and it did pull up.
Yep.
I can't be confident to say that everything that it's going to go through the whole time. So if you do have somebody that says, I'm going to go ahead and order, you might want to recommend that the best experience is Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if they have problems, if they get to you after they've been trying to order and it comes up with an error, that would probably be the first troubleshooting question I would ask, is what browser they're using. Which I used to get so frustrated when the help desk would ask me. I'm like, I don't know what browser I'm using. But I think once we become a little bit more familiar, and I think as the time passes, I'm confident that it's going to become user-friendly for all different types of search engines. So, anybody have anything else? No? But I'll record this. I'll upload it, and if you want to share it with your teams, just kind of as we'll do another one. I mean, this is just kind of a walkthrough, question and answer, and doing this together. But as we become more familiar, I would love to do this once a month for new ambassadors that join, just to kind of help walk them through. So, hope this helps you guys, and thanks for. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Hold on one second. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Somebody does have a chat. Oh, Allison. Allison, if you're still on, thanks for joining us. All right, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, Nicole. You're awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.